Okay, guys, another edition here of a quick screencast. You can see this one's going to be dealing with fraction subtraction. And we're starting with a number model here of 4/6 minus 2/6 equals x. I'm going to start out by showing you this represented with fraction bars so you can see what is actually happening when you take 2/6 away from 4/6. And then we're going to get into some without fraction bars. But again, keep in mind the whole time we're working today, we are going to have the same denominator. That means we're going to be subtracting sixths from sixths, or fourths from fourths, tenths from tenths, and so on. Every problem we're going to see is going to be the same denominator. So 4/6 minus 2/6, let's get into this one. You'll see how simple this skill really is. Okay, so we start with the number model again. 4/6 minus 2/6 equals x. Now, some of you already probably know this answer, and if you do, fantastic, because that's going to make this so much simpler. But if we draw this as a fraction bar so we can represent it with a model, right? I have a fraction bar, and my denominator here of 6 tells me that in my fraction bar I need to have 6 equal pieces. So I'm going to start by first dividing it into 3 equal pieces, get as close as I can, divide each of those thirds in half, and now I end up with 6 equal pieces. So each of these pieces is representing 1/6. And if you take note there, I have 6 of them, so that would be the whole of 6/6. But we're only talking about 4/6. So we're talking about 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, and 4/6, right? That's my value, 4/6. But I'm taking 2/6 away from that. So all I need to do is subtract 2/6. Well, there goes 1/6. There goes a second sixth. How many sixths are left? Pretty simple, right? 4/6 minus 2/6 is 1/6, 2/6. X equals 2/6, right? Pretty simple. Now, the whole idea here, and you need to keep this in mind, we have the same denominators. 4/6 minus 2/6 equals 2/6. And you'll notice in my answer, still dealing with sixths. This only works if you have the same denominator. You can't take 4/6 minus 3/5 and just subtract the numerators. It only works if you have the same denominator. Let's look at another one. This time we'll deal with fourths. And we'll start with 3/4 minus 2/4 equals y. And again, some of you might have the correct answer. If you do, fantastic. I'll show you this one with a fraction bar. Right? This represents my whole, and we need fourths, so I'm going to start with halves, split each half in half, and now I have fourths. Well, 3/4, 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. Right? That represents my value on the left. Bigger value on the left comes first. 3/4 minus 2/4. Well, I need to take 2 of the fourths away. Right? There's 1/4 gone. There's my second fourth gone. How many fourths are left over? 1/4. Pretty simple. 3/4 minus 2/4, y equals 1/4. Again, let me stress this. Same denominators. Fourths minus fourths, 1/4 left. Think of this 3/4 as $3 minus 2/4, $2. I'm left with $1. Right? Same denominator the entire time. Here's one more. We'll speed it up a bit. Right? This one is 4/5 minus 1/5 equals r. Now, I'm not going to draw a fraction model this time. It's pretty simple. 4/5, same denominator, minus 1/5, same denominator. All we need to do is a straight subtraction of the numerators, right? 4/5 minus 1/5, r equals 3/5. Doesn't get much harder than that. You guys are geniuses. Hey, one more. I'll give you a chance to work this one out. Let's go with 7/8 minus 4/8 equals, let's go with r again. Go ahead and pause the video. I'll give you guys a chance to work this one out. I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, you had a chance to work it out. 7/8 minus 4/8. 8s minus 8s, we got the same denominator. It's going to be a piece of cake. 7/8 minus 4/8, 3/8 left over. R equals 3/8. Keep in mind, we're subtracting with the same denominator. That's the key here. All we need to do is take 4/8 away from 7/8. We'd be left with 3/8. And you could do the reverse operation. You can take these 3/8, add them back to 4/8, and you should end up equaling what we started with, which would be 7/8. If you need to review the video, go right ahead. We're going to get into more complicated mixed number subtraction in the future, but for now, it should be pretty simple. Same denominators, subtract the numerators, and you'll be